Well, hello class. We're back from spring break on this foggy morning in Aberdeen. For those of you who are in Aberdeen, you'll notice the fog too today. Anyway, it's March 14th in our Teaching and Learning with Digital Technology class, and you'll be going through the activities as usual for this week. But first you'll read about groups. For the next 3 projects, you're allowed to work individually or in groups of 2 or 3. So if you want to, you can actually join into a group of people to work on the projects that are upcoming. There's one due, I believe, next week. The Cooperative Writing with Technology project. And you have a lot of time in between these projects to work on them, and that's because it involves a number of things to create these projects. The Cooperative Writing with Technology project, as you have hopefully previewed, requires you to create a lesson plan. But it also requires you to not submit that lesson plan to me in paper format or document format. You can't submit it that way. Instead, you have to submit it in using one of the tools that I mentioned and put it online, and then I view it online. So it's different. It takes the time to learn the technology as well as create the project idea. But anyway, you can work in groups on these projects if you would like to, but that's up to you, and you have to kind of set it up with someone else in your class. In the class. So be aware of that. Also, you'll have the Readings Textbook Chapter 7 on Writing with Technologies. This week is about writing and concept organization tools, and how do we help students to do this. Writing tends to go across all kinds of curriculums. There should be writing in a lot of what students do. It's important to practice this skill among students. Presentation, you'll watch a presentation on writing activities. And then you'll do the first technology exploration of this class. What this is you are going to look at Google Docs. If you're not familiar with those yet, be sure to spend some time with them, getting an account and exploring what Google Docs has to offer. It is free. You can also go to youtube.com/docs to learn more about Google Docs. But if you are already familiar with Google Docs, then maybe this won't be a useful experience for you. If you're somewhat familiar, it might be good for you to go through and understand Google Docs. It's a very useful tool for education and used in a lot of different situations in teaching and learning. But if you are very familiar with it, you're kind of a Google Docs ninja, then you can also go to this Wikispaces website here, Tools for Student Writing and Concept Organization, and explore other writing-oriented tools. Don't just look at them, get into them and play around. Create something fun and interesting with those tools, and spend some good time on this week. So now, if you are already familiar, and it looks like I need to change this link briefly. Let me change that link. The class wiki has actually updated, and I had to change the location of it. Alright, there we go. And even if you are familiar with Google Docs, though, you can take some time to explore these tools in the writing concept organization area of our class wiki. And when you create something, be sure to post it on the discussion board. And so this week's discussion board isn't a discussion necessarily. Well, it is a discussion in that you're going to react to other people's discussions, but really you're supposed to explore the writing technology resources, pick one that you have created. Pick something that you have created with some of those writing and online collaboration technologies, and post a link to it to this discussion board so others can see it, then tell a little bit about it. And then you'll respond to 2 other students' posts as well. And it looks like we already have some students who've gotten ahead a little bit on spring break time, and that's fine, and who have already posted there. So you can have a chance to post there as well about your creation. It's my creation. So that's what's going on this week. We're easing back into activities after spring break, and I hope you had a wonderful spring break, but more than likely it's been a busy spring break for you. Either way, though, welcome back and have a great week.